Welcome everybody to my tutorial. Today I will show you during this video how to set up your first project on STM32F4 discovery board, which contain an STM32F4 07VG microcontroller using IAR Embedded Workbench IDE. This tutorial is also available for all STM32F product range with a slight modification. So the first thing to do, we're gonna create a new project. So go to the project menu and select the create new project. Select the C language and open it, then select the main and click OK. So we're gonna save our project in the desktop. So for that we're gonna create new folder, and I call them IAR first project. We open it and we save here our project. Gonna call them first project. So we save to the workspace, so we click in this icon. So we're gonna call them first project workspace. So here we have our main file, our source file. As you can see, this file is empty. We don't have no function, anything. So the first thing to do, we select the project here and right click on it and select option. We select general option and select target. Gonna check the device and we're gonna select the microcontroller for our board, which is STM32F4 07VG microcontroller. So here we have here FPU point unit, float point unit. So we don't need to add this right now because in our project. So we move on to library configuration and we check the use CMSIS, then we click OK. So to be more organized, we're gonna add 4 groups or folder. So to do that, we select the project, right click on it and select added group. We're gonna call the first group EWARM, like Embedded Workbench ARM. The second group we're gonna call them STM32F4 discovery, which contain the discovery board driver. The third group, we're gonna call them STM32F4 XX STD perif driver. And the last group, we're gonna call them user group. So we put the main file under the user group. So to add all the file that we need to compile correctly our project, you have to download the 2 folder or two files. The first one, the driver files from ST website, or you can download it from directly from my website. The link is described below. And the second file that you can find also in my website. So I unzipped this file here. We're gonna check it right now. So we open it. Here we have 4 folder. The first one, we have nothing here. We have a logo. The second one, the library, which contain the driver for the microcontroller. The utility, which contain the driver for discovery board here, and last the project, which contain a project example. So we check the second file, the useful file for STM32F4. So here we have 3 files, 2 header file and a source file. We will see this file later. So to add all the necessary files for our project, I will proceed as follow. First, I will show you how to add the source file, then the header file, and finally I will show you how to configure your linker and debugger. Here we are in our first part that I will show you how to add the source file. So we're gonna need those 2 folders that I will show you earlier, the driver from ST website and the useful file that I made it by myself. Okay, so we're gonna add the source file first for the EWRM group. So we select the group, right click on it, select added and added file. Go to the desktop and go to the driver that I downloaded earlier. So right click on it and go to the library, go to CMSIS, go to STM32F4XX source template, and you're gonna select the IAR like our IDE, IAR Embedded Workbench. We select them and we select this startup STM32F4. We open it, we check this file. Sorry, here this file is made with assembler and define the vector table for our IAR IDE. So we check this out here, the system init function. It's an external function here. So we're gonna find right now this function inside another source file. So we go again inside the driver, we open it, we go to the library, CMSIS STM32F4 source template, and select this file. We're gonna copy this file because we can modify inside this file. We can have a modification. So we copy this file and we paste it under our project directory. We paste it right here. So we're gonna add it under the user group. We select the user, right click on it, added file. We go to the desktop and we select our project directory IAR first project, and we select the system STM32F4, this file. So we open it, this file, and we go down till we found the function system here, the system init function, which define the system frequency for the microcontroller. If you have an experience, you can modify those files. If you don't have, don't do this. Okay, now we move on to the interrupt handler. We're gonna find the interrupt handler under the useful file that I made it by myself. So we open the useful file. We have the 2 interrupt source and header file. We copy them under our project and we paste here. Now we added the interrupt handler source file under the user. We select the user, right click on it, added file, go to the desktop project directory and select the C file, only the C file, the source file. I will show you later how to add the header file. It's quite simple. Now we have 2 groups left here. The first for discovery board driver and the second for microcontroller driver. So we're gonna add we're gonna see where is the driver for microcontroller. So we open this driver folder. we go to the library, and we go to enter the folder STM32F4 STD pair driver. It has the same name like the group, same name. And here we have the include and the source. Include mean the header, and the source file. Now we focus on the source file. Here the header file. Now we focus on the source file. So here we have all the driver firmware for the microcontroller that we're gonna need in our project. For example, here we have the ADC driver firmware for analog digital converter. Here, for example, digital analog converter, E2C protocol, serial protocol, for timer, driver for timer, for serial communication user, watchdog. You have everything you need for your microcontroller. So the first and the mandatory one that we have to add it in all our project, the miscellaneous file. So to do this, we select the STD pair driver, right click on it and select added file, and we're gonna find this file. We go to the driver folder, library, STM32F4 STD pair driver, source file, and select miscellaneous. For example, you can add the driver firmware that you will need. You don't have to add all the driver. For example, if you will use the analog digital converter in your project, you will add only analog digital converter. Don't add all the source file, because this will be bad in compilation when you compile, and it's take a long time to compile all the source file. So you added only the source file that you will use in your project. So for example, I will add the ADC file. For right click, added file, and we select the ADC converter, analog digital converter here. Now we finish with STD pair driver, and we go for the last one. So the discovery driver. The discovery driver is under here we open under the utility. We can find the discovery driver here. So it's quite simple. Select the STM32F4 discovery group. Select added file, and go to the desktop. Go back to the desktop. Select the driver folder, and select utility. Select STM32F4 discovery, and select STM32F4 discovery C. You can add those two source files if you want, if you will use it in your project, and select open. Now we finish with our source file. Let's move on to the header file. So here we are in the second part for the header file. So it's quite simple. We're gonna add the header file. So select the project, right click on it and select option. Go under C compiler and go to the preprocessor. So here inside this we're gonna add the include directory, the link to the header file directory in your hard drive disk. So we have two method. The first one, gonna copy the link directly and paste it here, or we can use the project directory, our project directory location. So if you want to have more information about those two methods, you have to visit my tutorial. So a most important thing, if you move your driver file from your desktop to the document or another repertoire, you have to modify this. It's mandatory. So for this example, I will show you how to add the header file when the driver folder is in the desktop. So if you move this folder, you have to change the include directory. So the first header file, we're gonna add the Cortex header file. So we're gonna find it. We go to the driver, click on it, we select the library, we select CMSIS, we go to include, and here we have all the Cortex header file, Cortex M4, N3, M0, mathematic, and the first method, we copy this and we paste it directly here. For the second method you have to check my website using project directory. Now we move on to the second one, the system STM32F4 header file. So we open the driver folder, we go to the library, CMSIS, STM32F4 and include. Here we have both files. So we copy this file and we paste it in new line. So we check this header file, another header file used by our compiler. So here we move down here. Here we have a condition to include the header file for configuration. You need to copy this and paste it in the finite symbol. This is mandatory to include the configuration header file. And we added another line. We write STM32F4XX. So we're gonna check, we're gonna find this header file. So it's quite simple. We're gonna found it under the useful file. We open the useful file and we have the last useful file configuration. We copy this under our project directory. We copy and paste it under our project directory, and we open this configuration header file. So here we have all the driver header file. So they are written like a comment. So this is not activated, only for the miscellaneous, the important one. Here we have the height level function for NVIC. So in our project we have the ADC, we include the ADC source file. So we have to increment the ADC header file. Where is it? ADC. So we increment this and we have the ADC and the miscellaneous like the source file. So before closing this configuration header file, an important note. So the discovery driver source file, the STM32F4 discovery source file, need 4 other header file. Otherwise we will have problem during the compilation. So we come here and we increment the XTE, the GPIO, the RCC, and the system configuration, and we save. Now we're gonna add the file inside the header file inside the project directory. So it's quite simple. We go here and we put $2 and we write proj directory. Now we have 2 other header file left for the discovery board and for the microcontroller board. It's quite easy. We come here to the driver, we go to the library, go to the STM32F4 stdprev driver, and we go to the include. We copy this and we paste right here. Now we go to the driver for discovery board, go to the utility STM32F4 discovery. Here we have the header file. We copy them and we paste them right here. So now before finishing the header file, we go to the main. We're gonna include 2 header file. So we write include include STM32F4XX header file. We saw it earlier, this header file. He contained the register definition and the memory mapping of our microcontroller. And another line, we include the STM32, this header file, F4 discovery header file. You can you can create a main header file and you put those include inside them, but I don't want to complicate a lot the configuration of our project, so we can do with the like this. So we save and we're gonna try this out. We're gonna rebuild and we see if we have a problem. As you can see here, we have 0 error and 0 warning. Now we finish with our header file. Let's move on to the linker and debugger configuration. Now we are in the third and final part for linker and debugger configuration. So it's quite simple. We select the project, right click on it, select option, and go to the linker, go to the configuration and select override default. As you can see here, the IDE recognizes our microcontroller, so we select edit and we save it under our project directory. Here we save it here. Now we move on to the debugger. So go to the debugger, select debugger and go to the driver. Our debugger for STM32F4 discovery board is the ST-Link. We select the ST-Link, then go to the download. We check the use flash loader and verify download. The last thing to do, we select the ST-Link and we select the serial wire debugger, SWD. Now everything is okay. We click OK here. Here we finish our configuration. As you can see here, we have our main empty. You can write your code right here. So that's all for my tutorial. Thanks for watching. For more information or detail, please visit my website at www.electronic-homemade.com and go to the STM32 tutorial section. You can also watch my last video of my UV homemade exposure unit for PCB production by clicking in the right top corner. So don't forget to subscribe and see you next time for more tutorial video.